Other demons added their advice and said to Lucifer, "By experience we know, O powerful chief, that to bring about the downfall of many souls, the most effective way is to make use of other creatures, and by their means we often succeed where we otherwise fail. Let us then plan and contrive the ruin of this woman in this way, first finding out the best time and the most favorable opportunity. Above all, it is necessary that we apply all our sagacity and astuteness to make her lose grace by some sin. As soon as this mainstay and bulwark of the just is lost to her, we can persecute and ensnare her in her forsakenness, and there will be no one to snatch her from our grasp, and we must exert ourselves to reduce her to despair of all remedy." Lucifer expressed his thanks for these encouraging counsels of his followers and cooperators in crime. He commanded and exhorted the most astute in malice among them to accompany him as leader in this arduous enterprise, for he did not wish to trust it to other hands. Although the demons assisted him, Lucifer himself, in person, was always at the fore in tempting Mary and her most holy Son in the desert, as well as during the whole course of their lives, as we shall see later on. In the meanwhile, our heavenly princess continued to sigh and grieve over the absence of her beloved, and thus the infernal squadron found her, when they rushed forward to begin their temptations. But the divine power which overshadowed her hindered the assaults of Lucifer, so that he could not approach very closely to her, nor could he execute all that he had intended. By permission of God, the hellish host excited in her faculties many suggestions and various thoughts of highest iniquity and malice. For the Lord did not judge it to be alien to the Mother of Grace, that she should be tempted in all things, although she was to be without sin in temptation, as was afterwards her most holy Son. It cannot easily be conceived how much in this new conflict the most pure and innocent heart of Mary suffered, seeing herself assailed by suggestions so foreign and so distant from the ineffable purity and nobility of her heavenly mind. When the ancient serpent perceived the affliction and tears of the great lady, he imagined that he had on this account more power over her, being blinded by his own pride and not knowing the secrets of heaven. Therefore, animating his infernal helpers, he said to them, "Let us persecute her now. Let us persecute her. Already it seems we are gaining our end, for she feels sorrowful, which is an opening for discouragement." In this mistaken conviction, they suggested new thoughts of dejection and despair, and they assailed her with terrible imaginations, but in vain. For, as this flawless stone was struck by occasions of more exalted virtues, so also it gave forth more generously the sparks and flames of divine love. Our invincible queen was so superior to this infernal battery that her interior showed no signs of change, nor even of an understanding of such terrible suggestions, except in so far as to concentrate herself the more in the exercise of her incomparable virtues, and allow the flames of divine love, which burned in her breast, to ascend so much the higher.